Like the title of this video says, Squid Game 2 is a modern masterpiece. What's up, you guys? It's Jonathan Carter back with another J Carter movie review. Today we are going to be talking about Squid Game 2.
156번 게임에 돌아온 걸 환영하네.
If you're new here, please be sure to like and subscribe. This is the first review of the new year 2025. Check me out on Instagram, TikTok. I do shorter reviews there, and over on Spotify for a podcast version of these reviews. And I came down with whatever sickness is going around at the end of 2024. So getting into the new year, and with movies being pretty bad in January, like it just being a dumping ground for film, I thought I'll just binge season 2 of Squid Game and get a review out on it. Because like Netflix says right here, it is the #1 show in TV today, so a lot of people are talking about it. So without further ado, here are my thoughts on it. This show is phenomenal, you guys. Like, it is truly incredible, especially this second season. Season 2 of Squid Game, I always say this, if you're not new here, you'll hear me say this before. Season 2 does what any good sequel does, and it naturally builds off of the world created in its predecessor. So, the lore, the story that was developed in Season 1 of Squid Game, Season 2 takes that and naturally, organically, not only adds new layers to it, but explores layers that were there in Season 1 that we didn't know about. So, you get new characters, you get new games as in the world of Squid Game, but then you also explore little seeds planted in Season 1 that Season 1 didn't have the time or really the narrative to flesh out. So, Squid Game Season 2 picks up 3 years after Squid Game Season 1, and it follows Jihan from Season 1 as he tries to take down the game maker or the games that are Squid Games. He believes the money that he earned in Season 1 is blood money, which, I mean, you can't really blame him. And his goal with the money that he won is to destroy Squid Games. But because this is Season 2 of the show, and we already know what these games are that were created in Season 1, we don't need to take the time to explore exactly what these games are. Seeing people get kidnapped, taken into these games, or whatever it is, and how it all works, and the rules of it, like, there is a little bit of exploration or explanation of that in Season 2, but because it's already been established, Season 2 is able to take these games and this world and explore different angles of it. So you don't just get the point of view of the people that have to play these awful games or from the game maker at the top, right? You now in this season, it's able to explore stories of the soldiers in the game, and you get to see more of their angle as well. And not only their angle in the game, but you get to see them outside of the games. At the beginning of the season, you get a little more attachment to them. It starts to peel back layers of exactly how these games work or what's really going on here that Season 1 didn't explore. All while keeping the same feeling, the same tense dread that Season 1 had. And both seasons of Squid Game have this uncanny ability to get you invested in these characters that you just met 10 minutes ago in the episode before, and now you're about to see them compete in this game, and you don't want them to die because even though you just met them 10 minutes ago, you're oddly attached to them, you're rooting for them, and you care about these people that you don't even know. Like, you may not even know their names, but you want them to succeed because in 10 minutes of screen time, the show is able to give you their backstory and make you care for them and create what their character is, and that's a very difficult thing to do, and this show does it more than once in Season 2. And yes, it has been talked about, Season 2 is a massive cliffhanger going into Season 3, and that's gotten the season kind of mixed reviews. There are things talking about, like, should it be a cliffhanger? It's super annoying. My opinion, everything nowadays is a cliffhanger. Marvel movies, Game of Thrones, Last of Us, like, all these stories end on cliffhangers because they want to get you invested in the next season. And yes, Season 2 is a much bigger cliffhanger than Season 1, but Season 2 is not its own story. It's basically the creator of the show has come out and said Season 2 and Season 3 are part 1 and 2 of this story. Netflix has announced that Season 3 will be coming out in 2025. There have been some leaks about when it's going to come out, but I'm not going to talk about or put any of that up here. Hang in there. Season 3 is coming at some point in 2025. I'm okay with this cliffhanger. Like, while I wish we could have just ended the story here, It's basically, the best I can allude it to is the ending of Across the Spider-Verse. That's a pretty massive cliffhanger, but with that, we don't even know when the next movie's gonna come out. And at this, we at least have everything's been filmed, everything's been set, it's coming out. Season 3 is coming out this year at some point. So I'm cool with the cliffhanger. It definitely has me invested in where season 3 is gonna go. And while, yeah, like this season and the season before Squid Game, the show is incredibly ultra violent, a little too much for my liking. Like, some of the violence really upsets me in the show, but I think that's also the point of the show. It explores where people, like, lengths people will go to for money, for greed, when you're at your lowest or you feel like you have no other option, where like people could potentially go like to these lengths just to survive, just to make money. It's explored so well, and this season not only touches on that, but it also touches on transphobia while having good things, something actual to say about transgender people, transphobia, and it makes it part of the story, which is phenomenal. I mean, I really can't say anything more of just that I truly enjoyed this season. I am gonna give Squid Game 2 a 9 out of 10, and if you like season 1, you're gonna love season 2. Let me know your thoughts on it if you've binged this season. Put all that below in the comments. Let me know what you think about my review. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Please be sure to like and subscribe. Like I said earlier, check me out on TikTok, Instagram, Spotify. Happy New Year to y'all, and I will see you all on the next one.